nothing is seems okay anymore, you know? If you're in school, if you're in summer, you're like, oh man, you're like so free and you're happy and everything's fun. And then you go to school and nothing is good anymore. You feel like there's no reason to live for.
Schooling, public schooling is the antithesis to democracy. We live in a democratic society. Our society is built on freedoms and personal liberties. And yet it's like we take our children as soon as they hit either preschool age or kindergarten age, depending on where you live, and we lock them up in a prison for 13 years of their life. And we regiment every aspect of their physical body, their emotions, their social contacts, and most importantly, their minds, what they can and can't learn and how they will learn it. And then when they're 18 years old and we open the key and we release them into society, suddenly they're now supposed to know how to think for themselves and be self-starting, innovative, creative, imaginative individuals who are supposed to take part in a democratic process. It's impossible. It'd be like sending the kids over to a fascist nation for 13 years and having them come back and explain what democracy is all about. And yet that's what we do each and every generation since compulsory schooling was instituted in the 1800s.
And if you wanted to simplistically say, what is the one purpose of schooling? It's to psychologically indoctrinate people into their proper social class, their proper relation to authority, their laboratories of psychological indoctrination. Everything else is trivial.
There was no research study that said compulsory schooling works. You know, that putting all the kids the same age in the same classroom at the same time and teaching the same thing from the same teacher is the best way to learn. There's no research that supports that, but we just threw it in 1850. We said, yeah, that's it. And then, you know, living with that, you know, that's become the norm. It's like, no, the norm should be what, you know, how did Shakespeare learn? Well, some people, oh, he went to school. He went to school 12 weeks out of the year.
Whoever managed this in its various manifestations, this system had a target in mind, and the target was to infantilize the mass mind, to condition it, to indoctrinate it, but basically to condition it to take orders in a docile fashion. Or if an individual felt rebellious, he or she would lack the information and the practice to effectively be rebellious.